Okay guys, and welcome back to part 5 of this month's episode of Gunpla News. This is the last part, so those of you who have watched the previous 4 parts in the playlist and gone all the way up to this part, thank you guys for watching the whole thing. If you came just to see this part, then welcome. And in this part, once again, we're going to be focusing on some featured artists. Now, in the past, usually what I've done is shown like a few different featured kits just from different modelers from around the world. But this time, as I mentioned before, I want to do something a little bit different, and basically what I want to focus on this time is 5 different modelers who have a great resource online for kind of tutorials and helpful stuff for modelers out there of all different skill sets, from beginners to even like experienced modelers. These 5 different modelers that I'm going to talk about today have some great resources and tutorials online for all sorts of modelers out there. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about these guys today. As you guys know, I'm working on my video series of Gunpla building, where we're just kind of covering the basics of working on this kit, the HGUC Yakudoga, and that's just a relatively basic. I just want to emphasize to you guys that there's a lot of great tutorials online. There's a lot of other YouTubers that do a lot of great tutorials, and I definitely urge you guys to check them out as well. But these artists that I'm going to talk about now are, some of them make YouTube videos as well, but mostly this is just going to be their information and tutorials that are available on their blogs or websites. So let's get started. The first one would be Camara Ban Ray. Now, he's a member of the group Those Gundam Guys. I believe they're in California. And here on his site you can see there's just a ton of stuff. He's got just a ton of great tutorials and some video tutorials, and then there are also just a lot of tutorials here on his website. All kinds of stuff from like really basic stuff up to some advanced building techniques, weathering techniques, stuff for building resin figures and diorama, and then even for photography and like presentation, stuff like that. How to build your own spray booth, how to fix broken parts, and just everything. A lot of really great information there on his site. I definitely recommend that. And if you live in the United States, or especially live in California, definitely check out one of their meetings. I know that they sometimes have meetings, model build gatherings, they're called, I guess, and I don't live there, so I can't attend, but if you live in that area, it would be definitely a great resource for you guys to check out. So definitely check out his website. Once again, it's camarabanray.com. I'll just put that there, and of course there'll be links to all of these below as well, so definitely check that out. The next artist I want to talk about is DC23. Now, his website is dc23-mecharts.blogspot.com. Recently, I think maybe last month, he was doing a contest for painting the pilot figures, and he does contests sometimes, I believe. I don't believe that was his first one. And he does a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram as well as a lot of these people. So don't just check out their websites, also check them out on Facebook, and if you use Instagram, check them out there as well. But once again, he also has a lot of really great tutorials, aside from just some really nice galleries of his own work there on his website. There's just some really great tutorials here, and the nice thing about the tutorials is that he's kind of got them labeled as like a basic tutorial or intermediate tutorial or like more advanced stuff, advanced tutorial. So there's all kinds of stuff ranging from stuff for building dioramas to weathering, using some different kind of products to make some different effects on your mobile suits, on your kits, or whatever basically, and painting and just everything. A lot of really great tutorials there for you guys. Definitely make sure you check that out. And one nice thing about that too is he does a lot of great linking to tools and things, stuff like that, for more information. So if he's doing a tutorial and using a certain tool, he'll give you links to more information about that tool, where you can buy the tool, things like that. So he does a lot of work, I know, for the Gunpla community as well. So definitely check out DC23 if you haven't. He's definitely a really great resource as well. And the next one is Otaku Revolution. Now the website is just otakurevolution.com, and here he's got a section called Layman's Gunpla Guide. And here it's once again covering everything from just the basics, what is Gunpla, up through like how to build, how to plan your projects, building and painting, doing masking, camouflage, and dry brushing, weathering, battle damage, all that kind of stuff. A lot of really great tutorials here as well. I'm putting aside my feelings for where I usually don't really like when Westerners or non-Japanese people refer to themselves as otaku, because that's just maybe something for a different time. But anyway, I think otaku is not really totally understood by Westerners who like to throw the term around. But anyway, like I said, that's for a different topic. But anyway, check out his Layman's Gunpla Guide, a lot of really great material there. He's also just got a bunch of other kind of otaku kind of type stuff on the website, so if you're interested, you can definitely check that out as well. And the next one is Fictin Fu. Now, he seems to be just as much as a modeler as he is an artist. I mean, not that modeling is not an art, where I definitely think that modeling is certainly one type of art, but he is also a fine artist as well, doing a whole lot of like illustration and design work as well for different kinds of mecha and other things as well. So he's got a lot of great stuff here on his website, fictinfu.net. And aside from just being able to check out some of his really awesome art on there, he does have a lot of tutorials. A lot of his tutorials are a little bit more for like doing kind of different types of painting and different kind of painting effects like rust and weathering and different things like that. Discoloration looks like a lot of really cool stuff on there. And then some other just kind of general stuff, a little bit more for intermediate to advanced modelers maybe, but that's the great thing, is that it's really cool to get inspiration from stuff. I mean, maybe if you consider yourself kind of a beginner, it may be a great idea just to check out some of these a little bit more advanced techniques as well, because they'll definitely get you inspired when you're able to see like on the blog or like a visual breakdown, just like step by step how to do this, and you can see like, oh wow, that's really not all that difficult. And so maybe that would be something that I am looking forward to trying, because you can get some really amazing results from a technique that is A, not very expensive, or B, not very difficult to do. So it's definitely something worth checking out no matter what you consider your skill level to be. So I definitely recommend his site as well. Definitely check that out. And then the last one is someone that maybe a lot of you might have heard of, is the Ghost of Zeon. I know he does a lot of stuff on YouTube as well, so he's got some really great videos on YouTube as well as stuff here on his website, which is just ghostofzeon.com. And here there's some really great tutorials about just some once again, just the kind of the basics of some really helpful techniques and the tips for just like basic building, all the way up to painting and weathering, and then even doing decals and like extra add-on parts, dry brushing, and stuff for dioramas and all of that. So once again, just keeping with the theme, as you've noticed, basically just check it out and look around. There's a lot of stuff there, a ton of stuff to go through, and I don't recommend trying to learn everything at once, but just bookmark these sites, go there once in a while, check out a few new techniques, find something that you want to try, give it a try on a kit, and see how it works for you. And this information is all free, and these guys have just put a ton of work not only into developing their own skills, but then making that information free and available for other people to do. So these guys just deserve a lot of credit for the work that they do. So big thank you to all of them, and I just want to urge you guys one more time, please go and check out these websites. And even if you're a more advanced modeler, I'm sure if you haven't been there recently, maybe it's going to be something new that you haven't seen, or just to go and then maybe just get some kind of refresher ideas. I love checking out these websites. It's definitely very inspiring to work on stuff. Although personally, my problem is just not having enough time to really work on stuff as much as I'd like. there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to trying in the future. So I really love checking out these websites, and I encourage you guys to do the same. So with that, we're basically at the end now of this month's episode of Gunpla News. Thank you guys for watching. Just once again, check out the different parts if you want to see the different parts of Gunpla News. This once again has been part 5 of 5, so you can watch them all as a playlist or watch them separately if you want. So thanks. Leave any comments about what you think of the new format. If you made it to the end and watched all the parts, let me know. Let me know if you like it now that it's separated, or if you liked it better before. Making these videos is a lot of work, so I just hope that it's helpful to you guys, and to make it the most helpful, I just want a lot of feedback from you guys, what you think, what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of or less of or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all throughout the month. As you guys know, I usually post videos usually every other day, so I'll see you plenty more before the next month's episode of Gunpla News. But until then, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.